We got the blackened salmon today. Olive oil. We got garlic powder, chili powder, cayenne powder, crushed red pepper, cinnamon, sugar, and then we got salt, pepper. You gotta have your greens, you feel me? First step, you gotta thaw this shit. 2 of them will be thawed within 30 minutes. That green package right there comes from ShopRite. You feel me? If you want exactly what I got right here. They're vacuum sealed, you feel me? They're individually packaged just so it stays fresh. Cut this open, and you see how there's still juices in there? You wanna take that out and put it in the sink. You wanna get that all out because before you start cooking, you don't want any water on your salmon. You feel me? You don't want any liquid on your salmon besides the oil. Alright, so once you got the salmon all cut up and all the juices out, give it a little wash using cold water. You don't want to use hot water. Alright, so once you got that cleaned up, put it on your tray, come back and finish all the rest. Alright, so the next step, take some paper towels and just start patting it down. So the next step is going to be to season your salmon. After you got it dry, no water in sight on your cutting board. These are the seasonings you need to make the best salmon ever, baby. You're going to start out with the salt, you feel me? Make sure you got some light shining on this so you can actually see the salt going on your salmon just to know how much you put in. Just lightly salt that. So you're going to go in with the pepper now. Just a little bit, and don't worry about it getting it all on the cutting board. That's all gonna be rubbed in at the end once we got both sides seasoned properly. If your guests love spice, you feel me, if they can handle the spice, you know, you could put in a little bit more, but for me, I like just a little bit of everything because, you know, we got condiments and all that. All right, now we're gonna go in with the chili powder. Definitely go light on chili powder and the cayenne powder. You don't want too much spice to where it's unbearable. You know, just like a little coat on each of them, and that's fine. Wow, this is already looking good. Next, you're gonna go in with the cayenne powder. All right, so now we're gonna go in with our sugar and our cinnamon. Out of all these seasonings, this is what you gotta watch out for the most. You feel me? The cinnamon and sugar is just to get that fishy taste out of your, you know, your salmon. Just a little bit of sugar on each of it, not too much. And then the last seasoning that we got up is garlic powder. So that is the first side done. In this step, what you want to do next is just flip them over and then start the process again of seasoning the other side. After you got both sides seasoned up, is you see all this seasoning that's all over the cutting board? What you want to do is take your salmon, and you see these sides right here? These sides aren't seasoned yet. So what you want to do is just dip it in that seasoning, you feel me? Get all these sides that aren't seasoned, properly seasoned.
Yes, sir.
All seasoned. Let that sit to the side. What we're going to get into right now, the next step is the rice. A cup of rice. This could be divided into 2 or 3 portions depending on how many carbs you want. Olive oil, you just need a little bit of this, like a tablespoon. You're gonna put it in with the water, and then you're gonna get a measuring cup, right? You're gonna measure out, for every cup of rice, you're gonna get a cup and a third of water. So let's get started. You know, you throw that into the rice, just a little bit to get that olive oil taste. It's gonna get throughout all the rice, even though it's just a tablespoon of olive oil, it's just enough for the rice. What you're gonna do, you got the heat on high, and you're gonna let this boil with the cover on. Once you see that your water is boiling, what you wanna do is switch it from high to the lowest setting. And then once it's on low, you wanna give it 8 to 10 minutes to simmer until the water is all gone. So, you know, check back at your water at the end of your 8 to 10 minute timer, and then make sure that all the water is gone, and that's when you know that your rice is perfectly cooked. Remember, for the whole step of the rice section, you want the cover on top. Never take the top off until the end. So next step is going to be cooking the salmon. So you're going to come over here and then turn this on to medium high. medium or medium high. That's the range I like to work with. And then you're gonna drop it slowly into the pan. And you wanna hear that sound when you put it in. That's how you know your oil is ready. You're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on both sides. Once 3 to 4 minutes have passed, you wanna check up on your salmon. Check this side, see if it's good. If you see that crispy brown look, you know it's done on that side. So you wanna flip it over and get the other side cooking for another 3 minutes. Oh. Start dumping out the broccoli in here. Once both sides have been cooked for 3 to 4 minutes, you want to just take a look on both sides, see if there's that brown golden look, and then you know it's done. You could even go in and start like piercing it a little with your fork just to see if it flakes a little, like that. Or you could just break it open and see if the meat is looking nice on the inside. This is just to make sure that the cooking process is actually complete. You don't want to serve anyone without knowing if your meat is properly cooked. If you see that whiteness and maybe even like a little bit of pink on the inside, that's fine, depending on what piece of fillet you got. Some of them are more pink than others, but for the most part, you want to look for this white type of texture or look. And now we're gonna get to serving our first guest.
All right.
Salmon.
It's a great mix of salty and savory. It's got the
Say that again?
it's got a good mix of salty and savoriness. The cinnamon really helps it take out its flavors and
The fishiness.
really stand out.
Get a little mix of everything. You feel me? Rice, salmon, and the broccoli right after. Let me know how you think about. Let me know how you think about the meal.
So good.
Bussin'? Yo,
Crazy good.
Bussin', we got the seal of approval from Henry Stelmowski right here, and we're gonna get right back into cooking the rest of the meals, baby. Cheers. Cheers.